Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, I've I've often tried to share with you those great experiences I've had. Ones that stand out is the special moments of the year. I look forward to fishing all year, and every year there's a few things that stand out. It may not be the biggest fish that I catch or the most fish. It's the experience itself and how it's affected my life. Well, I got to tell you, one of the things that has really stood out for me this year, there's a few things that have. Number one, I caught the biggest northern pike that I've probably caught in 20 or 30 years, and I caught it right here in our water. And I won't give you the exact spot because then there would be 50 people there, but that stands out. But I can't really remember everything about the battle or anything other than when I got it in, there was this giant northern pike. Probably, I can't even estimate, but I'm not going to say because then you'll all think I exaggerate, but I'll bet you. I'll just say I'll bet you it was over 25 pounds. It was as big as a muskie. But what really has stood out is the time I have spent in the wildlife management area at Wilson Hill. It all ends in a couple days, but until next year. But the fishing was so wonderful. And it was a learning experience too, because I learned new things that fish will hit that I wouldn't have found or experienced, I don't think, anyplace else. And I shared some of those with you a week ago. I told you about discovering that the fish would hit these giant, to me they were giant baits. The biggest spinnerbait I had with a 7-inch tail, paddle tail on it. It was an offering that you would think you'd fish for sharks or something with, that we caught a number of big largemouth bass and a number of incredibly aggressive northern pike. And then to discover the next day that it was tiny baits that they would hit. Baits way smaller than I would have ever thought you would actually try to target big northern pike with or big largemouth bass with. But there's something about going into an area, like this area is at Wilson Hill, that doesn't get fished. And you've got native fish in there that have never seen a lure, and you've got this incredible area around you. It's just a different atmosphere, a different feeling. And if you've never done this, I've told you that each year now they're going to open that area and the area by Canton with the upper and lower lakes for 2 weeks, the same time every year from the 16th to the end of the month for 14 days. I have one more day to fish it, and I can't wait to go. You'd think that in that time people would really have stripped so many of the fish out of there, either caught them and made them adverse to hitting for a while or something. But I think it's going to be a wonderful day, the last day I go. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me something when it's 20 below zero this winter, and I've got cabin fever beyond cabin fever, and I'm planning for the first day of April for trout and the first day of May for northern pike and walleyes. I'm thinking about the experiences, and this is the one that will come into my mind. Oh boy, I'm living now for the summer when I can get back to that incredible area and have another day, 2, 3, or 4 days in my life that I can have fishing of a lifetime. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.